Hello class, today we are going to start with a new topic. So that is why we are going to look for our notebooks and we are going to take note of the most important information of this presentation. The topic for today is text features. What are text features? Are all the components of a story or article that are not the main body of the text. If you can go to a book, we will find out many pages that are not part of the main information. But how this information can help us? Okay, the text features, if you can see here, help us or show us information, maybe through graphics, through pictures, through maps, and many others. And also tell us information about the book, maybe or the story about the author or other important features that we need to take into account when we read a book or a story in this case. Okay, also the text feature help us to find information. For example, we have the times table that show us the number of the page that we need to read, or the number of the lesson in an easy way. Okay, so and the last one, the text features organize the information in a better way. So we are going to avoid wasting the time looking for different information. So that's why the text features are really important. So now we are going to see what are these features or these text features that we can find in books. We have the first one that are graphic features. As I told you before, maybe these are maps, charts, and many others. So, for example, photos or drawings that add details and stand for ideas in the text. As you can see, in different books or in different stories, we can find maps. We can, for example, in our social studies book, we always find maps in the lessons, so or different drawings in the stories. Okay, so let's continue with the other. So as you can see, these are the features that we can find. These are the different features that we are going to find, or maybe we can find in books or in different stories. So first of all, we have the charts of graph, the table of contents, the headings, the indexes and sidebars, maps, diagrams and cutaways, bullets, asterisks and stars. We have the index, also captions and labels, timelines, type of print and glossary. So now we are going to explore the meaning of each thing. So we are going to start with the map. As you can see, we have a picture of, a map of the United States. So in this case, the map is a visual image of a geographic feature, often accompanied by a key or distance scale. So in this case, as you can see, maybe if the story is about a country, or maybe if we have reading a history book, we are going to find maps. Okay, we have the index. But what is the index? So if you look at the information, is an alphabetical list of important subjects in the text that is located in the back of the book. So where are we going to find it? In the back of the book. Okay, so for example, we have the index here, and we can find important topics, for example, country, desert, mountains, plains, suburbs, water, etc. Okay, let's continue. So also we have bullets, asterisks, and stars. So if you wonder what is this, it's a list of important information or facts that can be found in the text. These are essential information that the author adds to the book, okay, about the book, important facts, okay, important details of these books. Also, we have the index, as I explained before. It's an alphabetical list of important subjects, okay, and is located in the back of the book. Let's continue with charts and graphs. Okay, so in different books, maybe in math books, we are going to find this graph or these charts that help us or that are an organized gathering of information in a clear visual presentation, as you can see in here. Now let's move to the table of content. So as you can see, it's a list of book sections found in front of to let the reader know what is contained in the book. So as you can see, we are going to find the content that the body of the book has. Okay, for example, we have the chapter 1, what is sound? Then let's move to the chapter 2, sound waves. It looks like our science book. Okay, chapter 3, the speed of sound. So this is the table of content. It organized or is a list of book sections. Okay, the chapters. We organize the we usually organize the books in chapters. Okay, so let's continue with the headings. As you can see, it's a short phrase, sentence, or questions that highlights a key point. Okay, so in this case, the heading, as the definition says, is a short phrase that highlights that mention important key points or a key point in a book. So let's move to the other, the insects and cybers. So this is additional information that we find in boxes or at the side of the page. So we have an excellent example. If you go to your social studies book, we always find additional information at the side of every page. Okay, extra information of the book that enrich the topic. Okay, let's move the captions and labels. So these are single words, short phrases, sentences, or paragraphs that accompany illustrations, photographs, or diagrams. As you can see, we have a picture, and below the picture we have the captions and labels. Okay, so we have a car, we have the picture of a car, and as you can see, we have information. Light travels very quickly. No matter how fast this car moves, the light from its headlines always travel faster. As you can see, is a phrase or a paragraph that enrich the information of the photo, or in this case, the photo. Okay, the timelines. These are information that expands upon the text and is placed in a chronological order. So if you find a timeline, so remember that the timelines are organized in a chronological way, in a chronological order. So what happened first, what happened then, what happened later, and until the end, until now in this case. So you can see important dates. It started at 1919. So and it finished in 19 I think. Okay, in 1997. So as you can see in here, sorry I couldn't read very well, though the picture is really hard to read. So well, let's continue. Subtypes of print. In this case, are the different ways to make words stand out in the text. Example, okay, in our books, in our stories, in our history books, for example, or math books, we are going to find we can identify the types of print. We can find bold words. For example, there is a border. The word is in bold. The capitals that always goes at the beginning, the color, the italic, underline words, and highlight words, and so on. So let's move to the glossary. What is a glossary? It's a list of words and their definitions located at the end of the text. So maybe we don't know the meaning of a word in a text, but the majority of the books have a glossary at the end, so we can go to the glossary and we will find the definition of that word. So a glossary is going to help us to understand better the text. It's gonna work like a dictionary. So let's move to the other. So as you can see, these are the text features. You can find the title of the page, the table of content, the index, the glossary, subtitle, headings, subheadings, keywords, guide words, text box, timeline, illustrations and photographs, captions, diagrams, labels, maps, charts, and graphs, icons, and view. So if you can see, we can find these different text features in our book. So can you identify them? Can you look for a book and identify them and try to describe them and try to identify every of them? So thank you for your attention. Remember that if you have any question, please ask to your teacher and he or she will answer your question. So please copy the important information that you consider is going to help you in the future or is going to help you to understand better the text features. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video and see you soon. Have a blessed and wonderful day.